From the banks of the Allegheny, welcome to Film Bits, True Detective, Episode 7, Part 2. When last we left, Russ was talking to Johnny Janey about the schools, since he was a former student, and we'll cut back to Rust's storage shed.
I don't understand. Are you saying that you think that this hypothetical killer was an old school teacher? Or it might, involve state PD? God damn, what happened to you, man?
You remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah. You and I are on the case in Iraq. Girl comes forward and says she was chased through the woods by a spaghetti monster with green ears. Now, I think that this is our man with the scars on his face. Think about it, we got 3 references. 17 years ago, that old revival church said a tall man with scars came through. Kelly Ryder in the hospital. And now this hooker from the quarter, Toby. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he is. I don't know where this whole thing fucking starts. But it ends with him. Right, you know the little township down around Erath? Right, that's where the Tuttle family is from. Now, it used to be a pirate hideout. Then it turned into plantations and whatnot. Had a very rural sense of Mardi Gras. You know, the men on horses, animal masks and such.
Career du Mardi Gras.
That's right. Now, they had an annual winter festival, right, heavy on the Saturnalia, a place where that Santeria and Voodoo all mashed together. Have a look. On the winter festival. Blindfold. Antlers. Mask.
And let's not forget, while Rust is on this topic, the picture of the little girl surrounded by 5 men on horseback with those masks. That's a direct drawn connection here. Marty chewing this over. He's got the modern day cops in one ear saying this could be Rust. This killer could be Rust. Now he's got Rust in the other ear making some compelling arguments about the spaghetti monster, the fact that the Tuttle clan is from a small township near Erath where that first body, Dora Lang, was placed. And just the fact that he and Rust never have made up after the fight. And, of course, Rust and Marty's wife, even if it was Marty's wife's choice, Rust was just as guilty. That's still unfinished business. Pick it back up.
I got these from a series an artist did in Kenner right after Katrina. Says he kept running across these stick things, as he called them. Look familiar? I think our man had a real good time after the hurricane. Chaos.
Katrina's 2005, of course.
Gone. Cops gone. I think he had a real good year.
What do you need me for?
You got friends on the force. You have access, but I don't. Databases. I need case files. I need missing persons. I need homicides. I need title transfers, auto, and home. I got a list of names. I need background checks, tax records, anything we can get on Ledoux.
Jesus Christ, man.
I wouldn't have called you in. I wouldn't have fucking bothered you if state wouldn't have pulled me in on this Lake Charles case.
Well, if you need help, why don't you just give it to Papanilla and Gilboa?
No, because they may be pawns in this thing and not even fucking know it.
Come on.
Look, Eddie Tuttle is the goddamn senator of this state. The late Reverend Billy Lee Tuttle is his cousin. I'm telling you, it's a fucking family thing. That's what I mean when I talk about the sprawl, Marty. Eddie Tuttle's the reason that the Lake Charles thing never made the wire.
I like that he finally uses this word, the sprawl. The sprawl of this sickness, the sprawl of this insidiousness. And now go back to all those big, extra wide outdoor shots that we've seen throughout the series. The sprawl of those shots, many of them coming with that industry, those oil refineries, those factories set up amongst them. It all starts to connect. Pick it back up.
Look, man, you have some compelling stuff here, and you might have something. But all this, the sprawl, as you call it, which I would call conjecture, this shit about the Tuttles, state PD, do you know how fucking crazy that sounds? It's like you've been alone too long. You know, like you maybe told yourself this story and kept drinking until you believed it.
Marty, This was all in my head. That time passed.
Really? What happened to Billy Lee Tuttle?
There's something you're gonna have to look at. No other way around it.
He doesn't answer the question. He holds on it and says, I got something you need to look at. There ain't no other way around it. So Rust is playing an ace up the sleeve. Pick it back up. Laura's like, what does he talk about?
Still take your coffee black?
Cut away.
Oh, green tea if you have it. I've been trying to stay away from coffee.
Marty's
a
kids.
little bit.
That is a picture of Audrey's art. A little bit of yellow and some black stars. Just saying. Just saying. Pick it back up.
Oh, Mace, is she back from Chicago yet?
3 months ago.
3 months.
Oh,
And what was it?
meeting again.
Oh,
Teaching.
and Audrey, how's she?
She's fine at the moment. She sometimes decides she doesn't need her meds. I like her boyfriend. He watches out for her. She had an art show in New Orleans. Sold some paintings.
Oh, that's good. That's great. I should buy one. I mean, if I can afford it. So the reason
Seems like Maggie has done better for herself
I mean,
on the
like I
second
said
time
on the
around.
phone, I want to ask you about those cops.
They just wanted to know about you and Rust. Mostly Rust. They wanted to know about the fight in '02.
Did you tell them?
No,
Still hard on Marty.
but they think Rust did something.
I know. He didn't.
I didn't think he did.
You talked to him?
No, not since.
I love how they just don't mention it.
Yeah, I mean, after they brought me in, yeah.
How is he?
Different, same. I mean, he's lived rough for a long time now.
He always did, it seemed like.
Taking a toll.
Oof, it's
He
just
needs my help.
tension.
Are you gonna help him?
It's so thick here. All the unsaid stuff that we know is
Yeah.
going on here.
Why?
I have to.
Well, what is it? What do the police think he did?
I can't talk about that. It's PI stuff. He's hiring the firm. I'm hiring him.
All this time, you too, and just like that?
I took some convincing.
So the ace in the hole I mentioned, we've fast forwarded beyond that to this meeting. We will cut back to that, though, very soon. Because it's a great delivery. I took some convincing. Oh, yeah, he did. And there are probably few things outside of what Rust showed him that could have convinced him.
I looked in Billy's eyes.
Here we are.
He looked at mine. He got me suspended. Now, Billy Lee Tuttle owns 3 houses in Louisiana. One in Shreveport, one
Yeah,
in Baton
Tuttle
Rouge,
got Rust suspended.
one in New Orleans.
We knew that. We discussed
Also
it.
one in Florida. I waited till he went on his spring ministry tour, 2010.
Look, Russ, I changed my mind. If you did something, I don't want to hear about it.
I told you about my stint in robbery. Make a pretty ace B&E man.
B&E, breaking and entering.
Now, I staked his places out for weeks.
Look at Rust. Stakes his place out for weeks.
Security, I found ingresses. Now, here I am.
Look at him.
Now, my whole life is this one expanding circular fuck-up, and I think it's about to close out with me getting clipped in a home invasion. And what I'm saying is, I was aware that I might have lost my mind.
I love the 3 Rust's there. That's a pretty cool trick. And while we're watching this, none of us have a problem believing that Rust did this.
But after that,
We're not batting an eye right now.
Doc got taken behind the woodshed and put down. Notice he never reported the Baton Rouge break-in, just the Shreveport house. Found those in the safe there. Paper stock's over 15 years old.
God damn it.
These, they aren't even bad if you don't know what you're looking at.
Fuck.
Marty has that weakness for kids. Rust ain't done. Rust isn't done by a minute.
There's a videotape.
Just watch how this develops. It's got one of my most favorite shots in the entire show. Gives him whiskey. Take a look, he says. Walks away. And then stands against the spiral with the hanging devil net. We get a bare shot of it, just enough to see that it's some kind of ceremony with these blindfolded kids. There at the beginning. Camera pushes just a little bit. It's grainy, it's black and white. You can tell it's some kind of ceremony. There's some light. Pause. That's the shot right there. That is the shot right there. God, what a gorgeous shot that is. So we've got Marty, obviously, center in the composition. We've got a hanging devil net over his right shoulder. And then we've got Russ just standing there looking at the wall. Even he won't look at the screen right now. And we're going to focus in, and we're going to learn what's on that screen through Marty's viewing of it. Gorgeous shot right here. Let's pick it back up. Little girl sat on some kind of throne or seat. Rust hasn't budged. He probably knows this videotape second by second. The way Rust is, he has examined this stuff. Now we get the push into Marty, so something's happening. That camera push tells us the girl is now being laid out, and there are more adults with masks. Now we're in a close on Marty. Camera's still doing that subtle push. Oh, yeah.
No! Yeah!
Cut to Rust. I love that close-up. Drag on the cigarette. Russ knew that was the ace up his sleeve to get Marty on board.
Fuck! You watch all that?
Yeah. I had to see if any of the men took off their masks. None did.
Oh, fuck.
I won't avert my eyes. Not again.
Jesus Christ.
That little girl's Marie Vaughn, no.
The one they were looking for in episode 2.
You killed Tuttle.
No. I assumed that he was thinking he was gonna be blackmailed. And I think some people took him out after they found out what was taken from the safe before he had a chance to.
What can I do to help?
We start by pulling everything there is on Dora Lang. I got names and family members, Tuttle connections, any information that we can get on Reggie or Duval to do. We can coordinate out of your offices if you want.
You shouldn't have that.
Nobody should have this.
I'm glad you're doing
That's
good,
where we're going to end
Maggie.
part 2. Ball is rolling. Rust and Marty are a team again. and they're going to try and find the real killer after many, many years of conflict and being under the impression that they had found it. All right, let's go. We only got, this episode and the next one, so things are going to move rather rapidly. We'll see you for the next one. Take care.